Hey, Stampin' friends, Darlene with Darling Stamps. Thanks for joining me, even if I was a little late. What I was trying to do was get into the groove of this lots of pun from December. So stay tuned, you won't be disappointed, and I'll be right back. So one of the things that was really fun was thinking of the alternates and how we could make this thing really pop. I had accidentally got the kit because I was supposed to remind myself, I reminded my customers about the kit coming, but this has like a banana and a loaf of bread and or a slice of bread and an egg and cherries and these little puns. And I thought the one were going bananas and you know, peel better soon, these are just, they're puns and they were so fun. But I wanted to show you, and I'll get into my alternates, but obviously we tore apart the envelopes. And so this is actually the bottom of my donut. And so I just used the envelopes for that. And then this this paper was from the Poppy birthday paper from March 2019. So by just using the little egg, I hold on, I am getting there. So let me just do this. Taking the paper, and it was a little bit thin, so I just did my gluing to that, and then taking the egg, and usually I use the big one, but I had this handy for my ink. But I just wanted to show you oh goodness gracious, sometimes our paper kits, we don't use everything that's in it. And so in doing so, we wind up having a little bit of extra with these ink pads. So anyhow, so this was basically all I did, was just to stamp that on there. And then when they came off, then I had my sprinkles. Now I have a little bit of lift to them, so it has some dimension. And then I used, you see my crystal effects on there? So it looks like glazed. And then I'm using a 1/2 inch punch, and I'm just going to punch out the center. And then I have my, well, I'll be darned. This is what happens when your punches get a little old. Anyhow, so there's my donut. All right. So in doing that, that's kind of how I put that together. Let me show you. So now I have my card base. I've taken the envelopes that come with our stamp sets, just as my little plastic. I've cut out my base, and I've actually glued that to the back. And then with some of the other kits, because we get so many nice, that's what I like about the kits. The kits actually have a lot of different types of, I'm going to punch as I'm talking. They have a lot of different types of the supplies, the glue. Some of the things I have found are, I don't need them at that time, or I wound up going in between the, because it's so thick, I think that's why it's popping, in between the alternates that I use, and then what they, whoa, that went way across the room, all across the alternates, and I wind up with a lot of supplies. So I keep my supplies, and in trying to get somewhat of a supply stash, I call it, I wind up with boxes of paper pumpkins, which you probably do as well. And in doing so, I have supplies like this. So it's nice to kind of be able to use those. Now I'm doing this after, primarily because I kind of wanted to chat a bit. And when I was doing the donuts, I saw this great idea, and I'm sorry, trying to write down her name of who had the donut idea. And then it was digging out my pumpkins and finding this beautiful sprinkle paper. Now, this card here says, I love you a whole bunch. And that comes from the Sprinkled with Love from 2017. When I was going through and thinking, oh my gosh, I've been doing pumpkin for a while. And when I was making the alternates, I actually, before I did the crystal effects, and now I'm feeling the difference, I did the hole punching before the crystal effects. So, FYI, I would advise punching your hole before you do the crystal effects. Okay, so that is that. These I've kept because I use those for my balloons. Okay, so with this, let me put these on. But anyhow, this was one of the supplies that I just wound up not using. But I want to be able to pop this up for having a box of donuts. And, you know, sometimes we get these kits, and that's why I have my my channel based on alternates. It's kind of the niche that I have created, because sometimes we get the kits, or like me, I forgot to cancel mine for December, and here it shows up. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to do this. And I was really glad. I'm glad that I did, because, you know, we have flowers, and we have, sometimes we really struggle with finding guide cards. You know, they're not really into the flowers and such. I was looking because I try to use these scissors that are my gunky scissors, because it has the icky on them and not my other scissors. Okay, so before I put this down now, all right, so I want to put my little my donuts down, and so I'm going to make a box of donuts, and I want to start in the middle just so that I can be as central as I can, and then just work my, oh shoots, I forgot. So I gotten the doilies, which are lacy doilies, and they have like cream on one side and white on the other, and I wanted to use this just to kind of, you know, when you get a box of donuts, it's kind of like a little thing in the bottom part, like a little piece of paper. And I was going to use white down, but the cream kind of pops a little bit, so almost forgot about that. But in these designs, you know, you look at the ideas that go around, and there is a great number of people who have amazing ideas. So, you know, this is why we have the channel. This is why we do YouTube, and I am so appreciative of my subscribers. And I actually, I was getting comments for a while, and now I don't know what changed, and now I'm not getting any comments. So I apologize if you have left me a wonderful comment and I've not been able to reply, because I'm working with why I have missed it. Anyhow, that's my story. Okay, I had figured it would be easier than me talking and watching me glue down. It seemed kind of silly. Anyhow, so I'm back, and we are going to put the top of our donut box. And by using the little strips of, as they pop up, it'll allow it to give it kind of a 3D effect of my thing. I didn't have a square, so this was the one that I had. Seemed to work just fine. There. Okay, and then this is the box that I used when I got my kit, because there was all these little, I have eggs in the balloons I've popped out, and a little hello, and it just kind of keeps my desk organized. But I have some pieces, and so I'm going to use this, and I'm going to use the punch, which I did not label. I did not make a name for it. I did not write it down, so I apologize. Oh, and whenever I have pieces I can't get into, I literally just used like an arm for it. And come on, there we go. So that way I can get this to go right in where I want it and find out if I want it to go zigzag. Yep, I want it to go zigzag. Okay, so I just put that in, pop that in, and now that allows me to utilize that piece that I cut out. Trash. Okay, so now I have the yellow and I have this. And the pieces that came with our set had like a little, you know, like you say a word or something and it pops out that little thing on there. So I had cut one, which is now missing in action. So we're going to do it again. That's how we do it. Okay, so I'm just going to take that off and give me just a straight spot. And in this set from the 2017 Sprinkle with Love, there's a little saying that says, do not forget, you're the best. Thought that was kind of cool. So I'm going to use my ink again. And the reason I'm using the small one, in case you're wondering, because the big one makes so much more sense, is because I have not inked it up, so it doesn't have enough ink. So I thought, okay, fine, whatever, I'll just get this going, and that'd be fine. I want to put this on here for my little saying. So just after, I'm almost done, and I'm going to get this put together, and I will be right back. Okay, so that is how that turned out. Pretty cool, huh? So the other ideas I had with the donuts was this one. I still used the doily. I used the white part, and it didn't have enough depth because it was really open, so I actually doubled this and then just used the sprinkles in the heart, but that came from that set. And of course this one that has the cards, and this one already had the border. This one already had that border, so it was already there. Cool, huh? That's my donuts. All right, now for the alternates. So this is with the eggs, and I just used the cutout. That is the shape. It is the picture this. This is that set right there. Right there. Isn't that neat? And just pop those out. And did my little blue to kind of pull. And that's the thing with layers, is that, so this is part of the envelope, and then my base, obviously. But to pull some of the base, I actually took some of our designer paper for our background and did the leaves to pop out there. And then this one's popped up. That one. This one was a simple design, kind of embellished it just a little bit. I added a mustache and glasses, but just having the background. Layers are huge. So having the layers, using some of the dots in the areas, and of course these little nice things are nice to have. And this background's already there. But I had that without ribbon and with ribbon. Gotta have ribbon. This one's super fun. This one takes the seasonal harvest. Oh goodness. Oh, colorful seasons. Colorful seasons. And this came from the high tide, the little leaves, the leaves. Goodness gracious, the little grass. So got on that, and then the cherries. Probably did them a little too dark, but that's that one. And then I have two of them. This one and there was two that I got from a gal and I wanted to give her credit. Okay, actually, okay, so this one I just did balloons with, and this came out from the cardstock. Okay, but these two came from Jody Frazier's SU Paper Rumpkin Designs. So very nice. I added this red though, this little red that comes in the kit. This kind of seemed to top that off a little bit more on there. And I can confess that with the little cutouts that come with it, matches this, and I will confess to you that I did not put these on. And I was like, well, that's silly. They make this exactly for the imprint. So that was that. I used the coastal bastic weave as my layer, and then took some of that paper from the envelope, and then this was that beautiful set. I got the actual, this was the die set that it was like on clearance, but with, so there's no stamping, but I did use some of the colors to do the flowers on that. So there's that one. This one is the Lasting Lily, and just using the vellum circle around there. And then it needed some more blue, so I took some of those same ones and put them around there. Again, layers, so the blue layer, pulling in that blue. This one was super fun. Let me get my toast ones out. There's a couple of them I have in here. Okay, so toast. How cute is this? All right, so this one, I did the background on the green, which is olive green. I loaf you, and then let's grow mold together. And then this is that stamp punch. The stamp punch is in the kit, on the catalog. And so that worked out wonderful. You see that? The mirror's throwing everything off. Okay, so that, and then just taking the envelopes and doing the inner layer of that. So there's that one, and then this one. Got to do the legs, and of course the hair. Oh my goodness, the hair. So we got that. I have more. And then I have some more cherries. Here's some more cherries. Just using, now here's the outside and there's the inside. But just taking those two and putting those together and giving us kind of, again, this one I didn't do layers, but because there's a background, it actually gives that layers. Now, the seasonal, colorful season, this actually is the branch from it, and I made my tree because I don't have that from it. So that's how you improvise. So, and this is the one that you really can't tell, but I boo-booed and put these down, silly me, and didn't even stamp the outline on it. So I had to stamp it while it was on. Whew, saved myself on that one. And then this one, I had already put down, didn't put the outline. I had to ink it. So it does come out. And this little line, this little piece came from the kit, and I added that, but it seemed to add an extra layer to that. So that was kind of nice. And this, oh, here's more donuts. This one I started with, tell me about what you think about that one. I had popped out these circles for this one. So I had the negatives here, and then I used the circles here with the donuts and used the pearl for the donut holes. Did that. And then this one was just an extra one, but let me show you. It had to use it's a little bit more dimension. I have that one here. But let me show you what I did with the egg. So I used the crystal effects on the, let me get my right angle. You can't see it. There we go. See how it has the egg on it? So it kind of made it look a little different. I thought I might change that. But anyhow, so that concludes my plethora of all of these cards. So here was my challenge, was trying to get some to be alternate, and then it came to be more and more and more and more. It just kept on going. So anyhow, there's always extra energy we have to pull these out of the hat. So I hope you enjoyed this. I did, and I look forward to February. Whew. I don't know that I'll get it in time, because the February one is the little Valentine's boxes, which I don't get my set till about the 20th. So I'm going to miss Valentine's. I'll have to make up my own. So enjoy this. Be as creative as you can. Thank you for subscribing. And if you hit the bell each time that I do it, and I've been doing down to once a month now, but this I hope will spark some energy, inspiration, and some mojo. Have a great day. Thank you so much for your support and watching the video, and leave me a comment. I'll figure out how to try to get those done. Have a great day. Bye.